The story dates back to the several centuries. The manuscripts Mandala Panjika and Baya Chakra collected as after being inducted as the commander, Narsinghadev, with his esteemed leadership skills, vanquished many invader kings of the south in battles and assumed control over their treasuries. Thereafter, he defeated the great King Ganapati of Kakatiya dynasty of Vijayakonda, today known as Warangal. And captured his entire treasury. After 3 years of constant battles, he returned back to Kalinga with a large amount of war booty and was given a grand welcome in the palace.
हेलो दोस्तों, आज हम आए हैं कोणार्क के सूर्य मंदिर। है वीडियो पता है इसमें ना पूरा का टाइम बता रहे हैं भैया। इसका टाइम कैसे बताएंगे? जैसे इसमें ये है रथ का पहिया रहता है।
वो टाइमिंग देखिए इधर कितना है। अच्छा वाला दिखा।
हाँ, ये गर्व गया टूट गया है। अभी क्या टाइम है देखो, मैंने इसमें देख के बताओ। अभी देखो 3:10। देखो इसमें बता रहा है, देखा भारतीय संस्कृति। इतना बड़ा मंदिर पीछे जा रहा है। ये कोणार्क सूर्य मंदिर के गर्भगृह में भगवान सूर्य इस पत्थर के ऊपर उनकी मूर्ति को जो रखी हुई है।
नहीं पटा ताला सारे टूट गए सिवे सांतना हुए परेशान किस विधि मंदिर बने सिवे सांतना हुए परेशान किस विधि मंदिर बने.
One day, while Sivai Santra was returning to Konark, being pensive and worried, he felt thirsty. He spotted nearby a hut, and there he met an old woman. The old woman brought warm food along with water. Sivai Santra was very hungry. He put his hand in the center of the plate. His fingers burnt because of the hot food. The old woman smiled and said, "Like Sivai Santra, you are eating the food by picking it up from the center." When Sivai Santra heard this, he realized his mistake.
माता रामचंद्र ने उपाय सुझाया समझे सिवे सांतना.
Thereafter, he commenced the laying of the stones from the river banks, and the temple construction was greatly accelerated. Hundreds of artisans and laborers were engaged in the temple construction. Sivai Santra would himself be present to give the artisans necessary instructions and provide all kind of support. On the other side, the Nawabs from Gaudabanga states northern to Kalinga were repeatedly attacking the kingdom. Being enraged by these attacks, Narasimhadeva set out with his large army to wage war against them. The powerful Nawabs of Gaudabanga, and he deployed all the wealth captured from these battles towards the construction of the Sun Temple at Konark. With the efforts of 1200 artisans for 12 years, the huge and gorgeous Sun Temple was erected at Konark. The great knowledge of the people of those days about architecture, astrology and astronomy could surprise the best of scientists today. However, despite repeated attempts, the metallic urn or kalash meant to be installed atop the temple could not be fixed there. Narasimhadeva could not control his anger and threatened if the kalash was not installed by the next morning, then all would be beheaded. Everyone was deeply worried and scared. Meanwhile, the 12-year-old son of chief architect Bisu Maharana, named Dharmapada, was excited to have installed the kalash on a model of the Sun Temple and expressed to his mother the desire of meeting his father. His mother packed up some berries of a garden in a small bundle and said, "Take your dog Balia along with you to Konark." Balia recognized his owner and embraced Bisu Maharana. Dharmapada respectfully greeted his father, but upon finding everyone in a very sad mood, he asked his father about its cause. His father explained the cause. Upon hearing this, Dharmapada said, "If you grant me the permission, I can install the kalash on the temple dome." Sivai Santra immediately granted Dharmapada the permission. Dharmapada climbed up to the dome and after some efforts succeeded in installing the kalash. The moment the kalash was installed, due to the influence of magnets fixed on all sides of the Sanctum Sanctorum, the idol of sun god got established by suspending in mid-air. Salutations and praises poured in for Dharmapada as people celebrated with music and dance. Just then some artisans protested and said, "In the morning, if the king comes to know that this child has installed the kalash, then everyone would be executed. That's why Dharmapada will have to die." Sivai Santra was enraged by this idea. With the moments, chaos started. Upon witnessing the ongoing chaos, Dharmapada got deeply sad and he thought, if my staying alive could result in all the people getting killed, then it is better that I make self-sacrifice so that all of them could live. And at that very moment, Dharmapada climbed up the summit of the newly built temple.
वास्तुशास्त्र के अनुसार बना सूर्य मंदिर, सूर्य उत्तरायण हो या दक्षिणायण हो, सूर्य उदय के आज भी पहले
Instant, King Narasimhadev also arrived and became very happy to see the Kalash fixed. And also the first sun rays falling on the sun god. He praised Sivai Santra. Then and there he announced that on the 7th day of Magha Shukla Paksh, the temple would be consecrated. But Sivai Santra responded, "O king, the date is good, but it is not auspicious for the purpose of consecration of the temple." But the king was firm on his stand. Sivai Santra became sad and left the place forever without any further arguments. The temple was consecrated on the predetermined date. After some days, unfortunate events began to unfold. At first, a large idol of a lion crashed down. Thereafter, the stones of the temple also started falling. King Narasimhadeva now realized what Sivai Santra said was right. He became sad, but it was too late. After many years, forest enveloped the temple, and this huge temple got hid under the forest cover. Centuries later, the British discovered this temple in the true and which ones are imagined sequences that got added onto the table with time. The legend, however, stands firmly planted in Oriya culture.